Hello everyone, myself Dr. Manjula SV, Assistant Professor of Sociology, Government First Grade College, Varthur, Bangalore North University. Today I am discussing the subject non-core paper, that is Culture, Diversity and Society for 3rd and 5th semester students, Unit 2, Family, Caste, Village and Women in India, session number 16, and today's topic is Indian Family in Transition. The objectives of this session is to know the major changes in the Indian family and to know the significant trends in the modern family. Indian family in transition, that is the changes in the Indian family. In this session we are going to discuss about the changes that has taken place in the Indian families. As we know that with the advent of the industrial civilization and the modern technology, new factors of social transformation has begun and various kinds of social changes has taken place in a very limited or shorter period of time. That is, even in the family also it has been evident. Not only the economic functions but also the traditional activities of the family are also transferred and transformed to the modern times. It has weakened the bonds that has kept the family together. The schools, colleges, hostels, hotels, commercial and communal reactions, facilities, church, hospital, etc. are performing many of the tasks which were performed by the family. This is evident that the family used to be a school, it used to be a college, it used to be an educational institution, it used to be an hostel, it used to be a hotel, it used to be a commercial and communal reaction facilities, it used to be like a temple or a church or an hospital where all these duties were performed by the family, but now it is not so. With this background, we can see the major changes in the family. Firstly, we can see the decline of joint family. The joint family or the consanguineous family tend to disappear and nuclear family has become predominant. With the increasing urbanization and industrialization, joint families have disintegrated considerably. As we know that joint family was one of the major pillar of the Indian society, but today the joint family has broken into the nuclear family, that is a single unit family, due to urbanization and industrialization. Next, changes in the status of women. The position or status of women has changed. In the traditional joint family, women were subordinated to men. Abolition of child marriage system and its replacement by adult marriages, introduction of female education, economic independence, female jobs, employment opportunities and other developments have made women to gain an equal position along with men. She has been equally given independence for her education, employment opportunities, economic independence, to take decision about a marriage and etc. The crumbling of patriarchal foundations. The foundations of the patriarchal system have crumbled considerably. On the one hand, the economic conditions which tended to localize work and authority within the household were giving place to others which broke down toilsome and adequate self-sufficiency of the individual family. Here we can understand that the joint family were self-sufficient family where the family had everything within it, but today not only the economic condition but also the authority and the household work have all been disturbed. Reduction in the size of family. One important change which has occurred in modern times in the diminution in the size of the household. Large joint families with 20 to 30 members are rarely found today. It is only marginally large with 6 to 8 members or less than that. The family is now shaped more closely than ever before around marital pair. The economic activities of the family no longer require the assistance of the relations and married children. Hence, the family size has grown smaller. Here we can see that when we spoke about the joint families, the main characteristics of the joint family was a large number, that is the large size of the family, where 20 to 30 members, at least minimum 3 generations were living together. Not only the husband and wife, their blood relatives, close relatives, everyone used to stay in the joint family. But today it has totally changed and reduced the number in the family. We hardly find more than 10 members in the family. Changes in the relations of in-laws. In the recent times, the relationships among the in-laws, mother-in-law, father-in-law, daughter-in-law, sister-in-law, brother-in-law, are all have been undergone a drastic changes. Changes in the social functions of the family. Various social organizations have been developed to aid the family in the fulfillment of its principal functions. These include the maternity hospitals, creches and kindergarten, etc. The joint family, which was taking care of the younger ones, older ones, everyone, but today it has been totally changed because the parents who used to take care of the children, due to nuclear family, there is no member to take care of the own children. So the creches, kindergarten, maternity hospitals, daycare centers have been emerged. Now let us look into the problems of modern family. The problems of modern family are largely different from the traditional family system of joint family or extended type of family. The significant trends in the modern family may be discussed as follow. Firstly, we can say that decreased control on the marriage. Marriage on the basis of, is the basis of the family. In traditional family, the marriage was settled by the parents. The marriage ceremony was based on the principle of male dominance and female obedience. But in modern family, people is less subject to the parental control regarding marital affairs. The marriage is now settled by the partners themselves. The children are selecting their partners. Later on, they are informing their parents. But it was not so in the joint family or the traditional families. Secondly, changes in relationship of men and women. In modern family, the woman is not the devotee of man but an equal partner in the life with equal rights. The husband does not dedicate but only request to the wife to do the task for him. She is now emancipated of the man's slavery. She can divorce her husband as the husband can divorce her. Democratic ideas have provided equality and liberty to women also. As a result, women are not playing domestic role but also economic and political roles also. They have become more powerful and property owners and business managers. They are demanding more rights and liberty in the family, society as well as in the country. Due to the employment opportunity, women have become an earning member of the family, free to work in offices, factories, banks and schools. This economic independence has increased her status but has affected her attitude in the family as well as in the society. Thirdly, laxity in sex relationships. The rigidity traditionally associated with sex relationship no longer characterizes the modern family. Cases of illegitimate sex relationship of the husband and wife too can be seen in the modern families. Reduced size of family. Due to industrialization and urbanization, the family has been reduced and parents no longer decide more children, rather develop a tendency to have a smaller family with the help of a modern contraceptive. So the reproductive function of modern family has suffered a setback. However, the survival of the human race is based on reproduction. Next, economic independence. Women in modern family have attained an increasing degree of economic independence. It is not only the husband who leaves the home for work, but it is also the wife who goes out of doors for work. The percentage of women employed outside the home is continually on the increase. This economic independence has largely affected the attitude of modern women. Formerly, she had no choice but to find a male partner who could marry her and support her economically. She now does not feel helpless before man but settles matter with him in terms of her own. Next, decline of religious control. The modern family is secular in attitude. The religious rites of the traditional family, such as early prayer, yoga, etc., are no longer performed in modern family. If it's so, but it is in a rare case. The elders do not read spiritual books such as Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita. Rather, they watch TV. They are not interested, or they might not be interested to celebrate any religious festival. Religious beliefs and attitudes have become disassociated with the family. Parent-youth conflict. It has become a day-to-day aspect. Interpersonal conflicts in the family is increasing. An unusual amount of conflict between the parents and the children and the adolescent children are taking place in the daily life. Kingsley Davis says that the stress and strain in our culture is sympathetic of the functionless instability of the modern small family. Next, separation of non-essential functions. The modern family has given a way for a great many functions which were performed by the traditional family. These functions have now been taken over by specialized agencies. Thus, the hospital offers room for the birth of child. In the nursing home, he is brought up. In the kindergarten, he is educated. And in the playground, he recreates. Not only this much, but many of the traditional tasks of the household, such as cooking, baking, cleaning, washing, are also performed outside the household by specialized agencies. The process advances still further as more and more families rely upon prepared and manufactured goods consumed by the family. Philocentric family. A philocentric family is one wherein the children tend to dominate the scene and their wishes determine the policy of the family. In modern family, physical punishment is rarely awarded to the children. The children now decide which school they wanted to study, what type of clothes they wanted to wear, and what food to be eaten, and which movie to be watched. Here, the family has been subjected to profound modification of an socio-economic and biological nature. Thus, the family consists of the married couple and 2 or 3 children. Even this smallest family unit has shown a tendency towards instability. Its functions have been taken over by several specialized agencies. The functions of the present-day family tend to revolve around personality. Burgess referred to the modern family as a unity of interacting personalities. The modern family is more individualized and democratic, where women enjoy a high prestige, high freedom and position. From an institution, it has moved towards the companionship. So, thank you for your